If we don't have a voice, we will not be part of the answer. The common phrase used, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
For me, advocacy is a part of professionalism.
Without our voice, someone else would be speaking for us. They'd be describing what anesthesiologists do and what we're about.
Every anesthesiologist should be involved in pushing their profession forward.
And with our own voice, we can speak to our role as complete physicians, perioperative physicians, as well as operating room doctors.
Well, I'm frequently asked whether I'm a physician. They sort of have some image that I'm going to give them a dose of medication, they're going to go to sleep, and I'm done, and I leave. Whereas nothing could be further from the truth.
It's the only specialty that crosses all the way from the mechanism of learning that an internist brings to a patient's perspective all the way up to the surgical side. And it's a fascinating specialty, and it's fun for me to correct those misperceptions that people have about it.
We are literally listening to every beat of their heart for the entire duration of the operation, which is almost exactly the opposite from their perception.
As physicians, we owe it to the profession of anesthesiology and as well as to our patients in order to be able to make effective change so that we can continue to provide quality care.
We're always a representative of our specialty and of our profession in every action that we do.
I would say to someone that's not sure about being a part of this process that being a part of the democratic process is a responsibility that we have as citizens.
The politicians see that we take the time to come up here and speak with them and search them out and speak to them and their aides. I think it bodes well that if we demonstrate an interest, they will demonstrate an interest.
The influence that you have is wonderful. It's a great experience. It's worth trading your vacation to be here.
You guys are the ones that are actually working in the system on a daily basis. I think that many people, they may not understand all the difficulties of providing quality health care and how it's going to be paid for and how we're going to go about it. I mean, you're the ones that are dealing with it on a daily basis.
Actually take it upon yourself to go and make a difference yourself, and you'd be surprised what kind of effect that can have on other residents that want to get involved as well.
Start with your ASA staff. We have a wonderful Washington staff. It is able, ready, and willing to assist them wherever they are. A lot of it in this electronic day and age, it's email, it's Twitter, it's talking to each other. It's those personal relationships.
Give the ASA PAC office a call or the ASA Washington office a call and just ask questions. They have great staff. They've answered all my questions every time I've called. I've called several times, and they'll really get you pointed in the right direction.
Docs have a very personal story to tell, but they've got to go tell it, and that means knocking on the door of their congressman and getting involved.
Look through the materials that the ASA gives you. Think about what you're going to say. We often go in as a group and we sort of rehearse who's going to say what. We always start out by making it personal.
Try to be positive. Make certain that you've got a succinct message, your 1, 2, 3 issues that you want to talk about. Make certain that you get them across well. Allow the member of Congress or the United States Senate an opportunity to ask questions.
David Broussard, member of your society, when I first ran, held up a yard sign at the corner of Lee Drive and Perkins in Baton Rouge and said, "Vote Bill Cassidy today." And the fact that I'm mentioning that now shows you what an impression that made on me, because when you first run for office, you always remember who your friends were.
Worked as volunteers on his first campaign when he ran for state senate just a couple years ago. He helped us out a lot in Baton Rouge in the state senate, so he was a great friend then and continues to be a great friend now here in Congress.
I see Alex walking across the bridge going to work. I see Eric eating at Fazio's on Sunday night. I see these guys at the football game. It has so much more impact on a member when your local folks, who are the practitioners, the ones who are really where the rubber meets the road, take the time to come and visit and explain to me how the policies that maybe I don't know the details of are impacting their lives.
I always tell young men and women in medicine that the greatest opportunity to participate in the full scope of what they learn in medicine is to be in anesthesiology. And more importantly, beyond that, they need to advocate for it. They need to attract other young men and women that can develop the specialty. They can take it beyond the ordinary and make it extraordinary.